Greetings everyone, Core here. Time for another unboxing, and of course, just like the title says, it's the DC Legion of Collectors box, which is themed for Justice League, the upcoming movie, and it should be pretty interesting because this is a pretty decent size box compared to the last one, at least the Marvel one that was a little smaller, but this one's a little bit longer, so I'm kind of hoping maybe there's like a maybe a pop ride or something. Now that I think about it, a pop ride of Batman in his new Batmobile would be pretty cool. But of course, the inside of the box has a nice logos of all the Justice League, Flash, Batman, Justice League logo, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. Nothing new. I know there's it's Cyborg. It's funny, there's only one Cyborg. They focus on all the other guys a little bit more. But let's get right into it. So now you can see all the stuff that's coming out of the box, and then we'll go ahead and show it off better once we pull it out, of course. Now that I have my new overhead camera and everything, you're gonna get first looks. Make sure you see everything that comes out. And the first thing is the shirt, which is a interesting shirt to say the least, because it is not a pop version of them. It's kind of it is very interesting, I gotta say. I don't know how I feel about this shirt, honestly. It is, I don't know, like I think it's the art. I don't really care for the art. I kind of wish it was the pop versions of them, honestly. I think that would have worked a lot better. But it's interesting. Cyborg looks really weird for some reason. Everyone else looks pretty good. Aquaman looks a little weird too as well. He kind of looks like a Mother from Apocalypse. And we do have our pin, which is a cool little Batman Ready to Ride pin. We have a straw, which I'm guessing goes with something else that's in here. That's cool. So it's a little notepad, sticky notes. Oh, nice. Let's go ahead and open it actually, just to see if it's just Flash. Yeah, it looks like it's just Flash. So you can see there. Flash zooming. Kind of wish they did like a little like zooming thing, kind of like a flip book, but that's pretty cool actually. And I am actually gonna put him back in the bag if I can. My giant hands are somewhat preventing me, but I got it. So that's pretty neat. Put them up there. We do have our pops, but let's actually see what this is, because I'm guessing this goes with the straw. And it is a nice, interesting. It's a travel mug. Well, a travel cup, to say the least. Ah, that's really cool. It's Wonder Woman. Kind of pop-ish, but more proportioned for the body. You can see she has the pop head, but she has a more proportioned, well, somewhat proportioned body, but it is a Funko product, of course, because these are all Funko. Funko's really getting pretty crazy. It's actually pretty good material. It feels pretty solid. And this is just a user thing. That's actually pretty cool. So you get your straw, and I am guessing, bam. What was that? Felt like something. Did I break it already? Hope not. No. Just want to make sure. So I just got this sucker. Already breaking things. It's my life story. I always break things pretty easily. So that's pretty cool, actually. I actually do like that. And then of course we do have our pops, which Steppenwolf I was actually not expecting, because I could have sworn they made it a Steppenwolf pop, but I guess not. Looking at the back here, pretty interesting that they have the villain in the movie you know, only in the exclusive pop. I'm sure they probably have like a helmetless one or something. Let's try to keep things organized a little bit. Somewhat bit. It's actually pretty light, actually, compared to some of the other ones. So he has a hollow head. You can feel it. He's not as heavy as like you would think he is, but it's pretty cool, to say the least. It's got some decent detail. I mean, he's mostly, you know, they always make a joke about DC villains. They're, you know, big and gray and wear armor, and Steppenwolf is kind of the definition of that, big and gray. It wears armor. But it's still pretty neat though. Put him there. And of course the main one, which is the heavy one, is Aquaman, which they did spoil. Like I said, some of my previous videos, they seem to only spoil one pop that's in the box, and they usually give you two. And this Aquaman is pretty badass, to say the least. I don't know why I'm saying to say the least a lot, but that's just how it's my word of the day, apparently. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And he actually comes out of the base. So you have the base, which is his, you know, water torrent, and then you have him, you know, bounce off his head. He actually has good movement too. And he's got some big feet. Is that paint messed up? No, it's just how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to make it look scuffed. Because this is before he gets his outfit, I'm sure, before he probably goes to Atlantis, or, you know, he's proving himself or something. But it's actually really cool. I do like the boots. You can see there's a little gray part on there. It's just to make it look scuffed, which I think works really well, actually. Makes everything just pop. And he fits perfectly in it. Nice big pegs on the bottom too, so you don't gotta worry about messing these things up. Because that's usually one of the big problems with the female ones, because they usually have smaller, you know, feet and a smaller figure. So the base is always, you gotta be careful sometimes with those little pegs. But not with Aquaman. He is pretty hefty. Little gunk on the side. This is actually really cool though. I'm gonna have to find a place for him, because the DC shelf I gotta redo. I kind of redid it the other day, but there you go. Very simple, very quick. I do like, they're pretty much going straight to the point. You know, you get your shirt, you get your pops. I like the double pop boxes more than some of the other times when they just, you know, put in filler stuff. I do like some of the new stuff that they're starting to put in, you know, the sticky notes, the cups. These cup things are pretty cool. I kind of wish, hopefully some of the other ones do some more, especially Marvel or DC or Star Wars. The shirt is probably the one thing that's the weakest part of this box. I don't like it. I do like this cup though. This cup is really awesome though. I wonder if they have. And another thing too I gotta mention is that there's no little brochure, little pamphlet thing that talks about how they went with the design. I'm wondering if maybe the cup, they actually have one of each of them, you know, like a Batman or Superman at least, maybe even a Cyborg, you know, a Flash. The Flash one I think I probably like the most, because he seems to be the one guy I'm probably gonna like the most in the movie. But overall, not bad for a movie tie-in box. I am kind of, the one thing I am a little disappointed, but I guess I could see that they cut, you know, they kept the pin. So the pins are always cool. You know, it's a nice little collectible. You could throw, you know, pin it onto whatever you want. You know, your bag, your shirt, whatever. You know, just to show off. But the patches, of course, were bigger, so they're a little more difficult. So I can see why they got rid of that. It is interesting. They seem to be getting rid of the comic. Marvel, they started doing that too. I actually kind of liked getting the comic, because I liked it when they had the exclusive little cover. But you know, if it gets too difficult, I mean, it makes sense. Cut it. Why not? getting the double pops, I think, is worth it. Cutting, the comic, cutting the patch, even cutting the little promo card, which I'm sure that costs a little bit of money to, print out, write, edit, and then, stick it in the box. So it is not, it's still, worth it. You could tell that they are trying to cut a little bit just to try to make things more awesome, like these, pops especially. They're really going all out on these exclusive pops. Steppenwolf is just a standard, but as far as the Aquaman, it is pretty awesome. One thing I think that would be awesome, even more awesome, is that if they had the little peg in all of his Aquamans, that would be cool, because you could just switch them out with the, the water torrent around them, and I think that would be pretty sweet. Overall, not a bad box. I'm definitely probably gonna use these little sticky notes if I'm not gonna just give them away to one of my friends who likes the Flash too. But maybe I'll try to buy some more too. They're pretty sweet. But overall, not a bad box. I would say worth it. Yeah, definitely worth it. I definitely can't wait for the movie. The movie I will be reviewing in 2 weeks when it comes out. Next box, I believe I will be receiving will either be the Star Wars box, which probably is not going to be until closer to the end of the month. But I am expecting the Stan Lee box. There's been something going on with those Stan Lee boxes. They keep getting delayed. Because honestly, I should have gotten it already, because I had paid for it when I got with the Marvel Collector Corps, and I don't know what's going on with that box. It's just weird. So they're having some really bad internal issues. So we'll see when we get the box, because they haven't notified me saying it's shipped yet. But hopefully it'll be soon, because then we'll have that unboxing too as well. So that's the schedule for the unboxings. Of course, if you're interested in my Pokemon openings, I will be doing some Crimson Invasion this week as well as this weekend, live from Frankenstein's. Just because I'm going to be opening up with one of my coworkers too as well. So he's looking for some full arts supports. So hopefully we'll get some for him. Besides that, I'm hoping for just some secrets, because those are the most valuable cards in it. If not, I really honestly don't care what I get. I might make a still deck, because there's a lot of still Pokemon coming out. So we shall see. But until next time, guys, check out my affiliation links down below if you're interested, especially in the Stan Lee box. You get $5 off your first box, which is pretty good. Almost covers shipping, so it is what it is. But until next time, guys, later.